Irene was a lady of many accomplishments, and if you knew her well, you would know that time spent not gardening was when she was writing. She faithfully wrote of her days, nearly her whole life, in diaries, and there is no better way to begin commemorating her life than her own words. On the 2nd of August 1939, a little girl was born at 66 Beechenau Road in Norwich. They were a poor family, but were rich in other ways. They were hard-working. Her father worked tirelessly. He woke early, laid the fires, polished and lined up the shoes before travelling to work. Irene's mother, Daisy, of ill health, always made sure there was porridge in the mornings. In a time where war was impacting Norwich, she remembered, Eileen remembered, being barefoot, carried across frost-bitten ground to shelter, hiding with her family under the kitchen table or the coal shed, her white nightgown covered in soot. For her entire life, she had vivid memories of the raids. She described the bombed-out buildings as a playground for her and her brothers, not truly realising the devastation of her young age. As a child, she knew hardship. She walked over 3 miles a day. She walked and collected her brothers from school. They had to return home for their lunches because there was no money spare in order to be able to eat out. But she fondly reminisced of this time too. As she grew, she spoke of her times with her father, how they sang in pubs and silenced the crowds. Arm in arm, they would sing to the empty city lanes. Everyone would agree that she had the voice of an angel. On the 1st of August 1959, she married her husband Morris. She wrote of this day as being one of the happiest of her life and how proud her father was. As the years flew by, Irene became devoted to her family. She was born to be a nurturer and a healer. She raised 6 children, which filled the home with laughter and squabbling. She often remarked how exasperated she was that every one of them detested school and would somehow appear back home before the day ended, a trait which would carry through to future generations. She had a great affection for animals. There was always a dog, cat, even a donkey appearing in the house. They knew she had a heart of gold. Despite the losses she faced, she never wavered. She worked tirelessly and selflessly, cared for many older women in their final years. She was the perfect mother and grandmother. No baby went without a knitted cardigan, and no child went hungry. She sacrificed many things to ensure her children and grandchildren were looked after. Her home was always open, her hands always busy, cooking or baking. A cup of tea was always waiting. She was there, always willing to give her family her love, a constant source of warmth and companionship. But she longed for her lost loved ones, and though we were not ready, she was. She left behind a legacy through her love, and those who loved her will always remember her. A life without our nanny has always been a foreboding one, a thought that dwells but was pushed to the back of my mind. Even as a child, I dreaded a day like today, where we have to say farewell to what was the most beautiful and kindest of grandmothers. Just a few short months ago, I asked my Nan what her true wishes were. It's not a question anyone would like to ask, but I knew in my heart her time was nearing. I wanted to hear her voice and deliver the best goodbye for her. Though her initial response was, "Well, it's not like I can be there to have a drink, is it? Do what you like. Now, go be a good girl and make us a cup of tea." Once sated with tea and biscuits, I asked again. Thus, every wish was catered for and more. A true celebration of not only her life, but her talents. And I don't believe this is a true goodbye to her. Not really. We are just separated for a while, though as much as I love her, hopefully a long while. I also know she will be watching, and I hope I have made her proud. In the time that passes until we are reunited, I will remember and celebrate her. With every month, season and year, our memories are entwined deep within our soul. In the autumn, I will cherish the days we spent putting the garden to bed, drinking tea in our fine china, watching the leaves fall under knitted blankets. In the winter, I will recall stew and dumplings in front of an open fire, handmade decorations for the tree, papier-mâché faces, the smell of a Christmas roast cooking in a tiny kitchen. In the spring, I will plant bulbs in the garden as we used to. Yearn for you when I am sick. Miss the cold nights where you recited prayers and stories after telling me off for putting my cold little toes behind your knees. In the summer, I will think back on painting side by side in the garden, with a gentle breeze rolling through, catching fairies if I placed a foxglove petal upside down, foraging for blackberries, apples and plums. Days filled with a crumble and jams. And in the years that will pass, I hope you know how much we miss you in every step we take. The day that we meet again, please have a slice of your chocolate cake waiting for me, for it will never be the same again in this lifetime. Forever